Morning chickens. Morning ducks. Morning geese. Good morning viewers, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you are, whenever you're watching this. It's another Monday. It's actually quite glorious today. We've had a good bit of weather the last week. As you're probably well aware, we had that nice heat wave last week, and that's been followed up with a good dunking of rain. I think they're moorhens. I think that's what they're called. But yeah, we have a little family of them, and they quite often come in, feed, and then run off again. Let's try and round these two up and get them out of here. No. See, I haven't brought up the big rake today because I don't really need it. I'll leave her and she'll get out in a second. I don't really need it with them at the minute. They're quite good at getting themselves out now. So, you may remember last week I said we're going to be putting a hole in there, but I need to clear all the vegetation. So I've cleared the vegetation. Just got to work out how to put the hole in, because it's quite an old building. Not old in terms of like historical, but old in terms of it's just old. There's a couple of bits of wood that run all the way across that are part of the supports. So I've got to try to work out where to put the hole to allow the geese and that to get in and out, but also at the same time to allow for the integrity of the building to be kept, because I don't just want to slice a hole through a part of it and go, yeah, there we go. Right, Mrs. E, I'll get you out in a minute. Look, see, that's one of the beauties of having them in. We've got a duck egg down there. Right. So if we go through here, I'll show you on this side. So yeah, you can see where we've got a beam running across there. There's also another beam which is in between the skins of the wall, so I've got to look at that and try to work out what I'm going to do. Nothing caught in the rat traps today. Yeah, you'll see down here we've got some chicks, and you might be like, whoa, we've got chicks. Where'd they come from? They were the chicks where we'd done the ivermectin a little while back. I lifted up all of the eggs, and one load of eggs, 40 something eggs, I put through the incubator, and we ended up with 30 something chicks that are bouncing about in there. They are hungry little things. They eat an awful lot. We've got the big feed containers in there, one of these, and they easily clear one of them a day, easily. So I'll come back to them in just a second, actually, while I'm in here. Speaking of feed, this is because I talk to different people about chickens and that, and you get some who are quite up on their stuff, shall we say, and quite kind of like farm related and know the outdoors and that, and then you get others who just know what they've got down their local retail park. So for us, that's a bag of layers pellets. That's a 20 kilo bag of layers pellets. I think it's 20 kilos, yeah. Farmgate layers pellets. We get those off of a local independent company, and they charge us, I think it's £8.15, £8.20, something like that for 8 kilos, no, for 20 kilos. We also buy the big sacks like that of growers pellets, which is what these are, and the starter crumb as well. and they're all about the same price. So in that £8 to £9 range. They do have other brands in there that would cost us more money. And then there's other stuff like mixed corn, and if you want to get a specialised wildfowl mix, I think that's something like £12 for a 20 kilo bag or thereabouts. So, but then there's other people I talk to, and they keep chickens and ducks and whatever, but they go down to Pets at Home to buy their feed from there, and you're looking at nearly double the price at Pets at Home compared to what you pay just at a local feed merchant's. For those of you who aren't in the UK, I don't know, is there Pets at Home in America? Because I know I have quite a few viewers in America. I believe there's Pets at Home in America. It's like one of these big box brand nationwide companies that does literally everything for pets, and because having backyard chickens is fashionable, they do chicken feed and chicken stuff, but at highly inflated prices. So yeah, just out of curiosity, how much do you pay for 20 kilos worth of chicken feed? I think what I'm paying is about average, unless I want to order in a pallet, which I know where I can order in pallets, but I don't want to order in a pallet because I don't have enough birds to order in pallets to make it worthwhile. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, they are all meant to be Aylesbury's, but you know, as we've been saying ever since they were born, there's definitely two there that aren't Aylesbury's. But hey ho, diddly do. Good morning, Horsey McHorseface. Hey, you all right? You gonna say hello to the people on YouTube? Nope. Okay. So yeah, pretty much for the whole flock, those are the feeds that we use. Come on then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Come on, last two. Better be last two. Oh, else I'm going to stop recording this on a Monday. Hey! 14 and 15. There we go. So yeah, these guys, we said last week we'd actually lost one when we were doing the counting. The 15-day chicks in here, if you haven't seen that video, go and have a search back through my videos. It's the chick that was born after 15 days in the incubator. It's this one right down here with the fluffy legs. That one. Yeah, that one that just flew away. But we might have to terminate it, dispatch it humanely. We're going to keep an eye on it. It's got a dodgy leg. It's always been a bit of a bouncer rather than a walker, which is fine. But its leg has really started to now turn outwards. So it wasn't really that noticeable when it was younger, but now it's a bit older. It's really starting to notice it. Don't know if you can see there. It's almost as if it's going at right angles to the body. So we're going to keep an eye on that one, and we will see what happens. Do they need more feed? No, they don't need more feed, not just at the minute. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. And in here we got the banthams. This is actually really, really cute. I'm going to try and put a picture in. Last time I tried to put a picture in was in the electric fence video, but it didn't work. It came up with a picture of something else. So I'm going to try to put a picture in of the image I took when I came down here the other night. I'll try and put that up on screen now. So what basically happens is we've got the black one down there, which is Bobby, and we've got the one just in the middle there, which is Furby, and then we've got the other two, which are younger ones. And we've got this one down here, which is the surviving one from where there was a rat attack, and we lost 18, 19 in a night. I can't remember exactly. I know it was high teens that we lost in one night, and that was the sole survivor. But what it does when it sleeps is actually gets under the wings of either Bobby or Furby, and it sleeps under their wings, and they kind of like cuddle it, and it's quite cute to see. Plus these two have only just come out of having a broody stage as well, so they're kind of like treating it like a shared chick between them. The wife thinks it's very sweet. But yeah, so anyway, going back to the cost of feed, because of where we are, because of the land, you can see that there's no grass. It wasn't exactly the best grassland in the world when we first came in and got it. We are also giving lettuces to the creatures, which is fine at this time of year, because they're well, as long as you get there before everybody's got there and got them for their barbecues and that. So they quite like having a bit of lettuce. So at the minute in Tesco's we're paying 54p a piece, because they've just dropped them down in price. But if you watch this, it'll be the little one that runs in and grabs it first. Yep, and there it goes, it runs off with it. You two out. Out. You as well, Vicky. Go on. No, out. Oh, blimey. Yeah, the little one runs in, grabs it, runs off with it. Funny little thing it is. You see, I'm mainly concentrating this one over to these guys, and I'll show you why in a second. Right, just run down and give some to the ducks. These chickens here haven't really developed a taste for it yet. It'll come with age. If you look really, really close, you can see down there, some old bits I put down the other day. But the ducks, they go mad for it. So, the reason why I wasn't really concentrating on the main flock, as we'll call it. Oh, we actually did a count up the other day, because I've been coming down each night. I've been trying to encourage all the chickens to sleep in the main coop. Still get a few that are sleeping in there, but that's fine because I'm going to turn that into something else. Breed specific one very soon. So yeah, we've actually got 28 birds within the main flock, which isn't too bad. So what I do with these, for these guys, I just put them straight into hanging baskets. And then if I haven't put the stuff I used to block the door off in the way, they're then just at a height where they just have to stretch up, and it's a little bit of entertainment for them. I've shown these before. It's a great idea to use. Then we got one round here. Morning, Mr. Copper. And that'll be a bit more entertaining for them to try to get at, because there's more stuff in the way. But they'll do it. Don't worry about that. So, right, I am going to crack on with my chores. And if I think of anything else that I meant to say about the feed and other stuff like that, I will bring that up in just a second. So, another question we get asked quite a bit is, what do you feed and when do you feed it? So, in other words, what stages do you move them on? So, the chicks, I've just turned off their light, so I do apologise if it's a bit dark, because they truly don't need the light on. Let me put the torch on. So, well, that doesn't improve matters at all, really, does it? So the chicks, these little guys are on crumb, and they will stay on chick crumb until such a time as I think they are large enough to go over to growers' pellets. Now, when's that point, I hear you ask? Normally, it's when I move them from the brooder to outside, or when I think they're at that stage where they can be moved on. So when they've got the covering of the feathers on their back, typically after 6 weeks or so, keep them on the crumb and then move them on to growers pellets. Easiest way to find out if you think the bird is going to be able to take the growers pellets on is if you mix it in with the crumb and they pull out all of the pellets and just leave them scattered around. They're not quite ready. Leave it another few days, another week. This is what we've just done with our turkeys up at home actually. Then when they are ready, you mix it in with the crumb and they eat it all. Then you know that you can move them over to the pellets. Once they're on the growers pellets, the idea is that they are a grower, and you may see in auction catalogues they're called growers. I think it's pullets as well. I might be wrong. I'll try and put up a thing on the screen that explains the ages of the chickens and what they're called. So you then move them on to that, and then when they get to 6 months of age, they then become what are known as the point of lay birds. So they might have started laying, they might not have started laying, but they're at the point of lay where they will be moving on to laying. At that point, you can transfer them over to layers pellets, and they can eat layers pellets all the way through. There is something somewhere, I can't remember it exactly, that says if you feed layers pellets continually to growers, it can cause a build-up of calcium, I think it's calcium, around their kidneys. And there's a few other little bits and pieces like that, which is why you don't want to move them on too quickly. And if you move the chicks onto pellets too quickly, they can get lodged in their throats, and obviously then they'll die, which you don't want at all. That was my chicken doing its horse impression. So yeah, that's what we do. That's where we move them on, and then they spend the rest of their lives on pellets. We don't flip and change between mash and pellets. We just keep them on pellets the whole way through. If we bring in any birds that have been on mash, they then go over to pellets. We don't do any sort of, oh, you've been fed this and you've been fed that, so we'll do this and we'll do that. No, they're just on pellets all the way through for the rest of their lives. So I hope that explains everything. Any questions, as always, leave them down below in the comments. And yeah, this week we passed 200 subscribers. So if I stand out here, doing a funky little dance because we passed 200 subscribers. Yeah, hey. So thank you very much to everyone who has subscribed. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the dislike button, but then tell us why you dislike it. And until next week's video, or I might even put out a short this week, I'm not sure, depending on how much work I've got going on, I will see you then. Bye bye.